Anh ơi, tụi em không nghe được. Hey, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
Sorry, I mute. Okay. Okay. So here's what we're going to build today. This is optional, right? This is the optional. Maybe the rocket, I don't remember, but yeah, they can hear now. So the homepage will give you the current weather at your current location. Okay. So it's Ho Chi Minh City right here. If you enter the name of the city, for example, Hanoi, hit enter, you will get the forecast for Hanoi. Right. So everything is done on the server side. We are not fetching any API on the client side like in React, right? Now we fetch API on the client side, on the server side. Also, if you want San Francisco, here we go. It's nighttime. And it's very cool there. Okay, let's build something like this. In the lab, first we need to set up our server first, right? Right now we have nothing. We only have the terminal. We have only our machine, VS Code terminal. Oh shit, it's not updated. Okay. To build this up, we're gonna use the API service from two sources. The first one is gonna be Mapbox. Mapbox is gonna give us the geolocation of a city, for example, of any location name. For example, you want to find the geolocation like the longitude and the latitude of Hanoi. You send a string Hanoi to Mapbox, and Mapbox will return a location, a geolocation, the longitude and the latitude for Hanoi. And then you use those data, the longitude and the latitude, you send it to the open weather map, like open weather map. This API, you actually use the service on week 4 React, I think. The same day, Wednesday, I would say, because that's the first thing I opened here. Wednesday, right? So we actually fetch data from the API on Wednesday, week 4. So now we're gonna do the same thing, but this time it's on the server side. Go back. Something wrong with the with 7. Poor me, I cannot. I don't have the navigation on the left side. I have to do it every time I want to go to week 7. All right. So instead of using dasky.net, dasky.net was purchased by Apple, and it doesn't allow new registration anymore. So last night I had to change to Open Weather Map. So I had to change a couple of contents as well. So basically we call these two APIs. Oh shit. Replace the Pro with the API. Pro is like for paid plan. Okay. One more thing is that we will learn how to fetch API on the server side using a library called ASOS. ASOS. Yeah, right. From earlier material, I tried to use requests, and requests were deprecated on February. Means that there are no support for requests anymore. There's no support for that package anymore. It's old, and it doesn't support async and await. Okay, so there will be it will be much harder to use comparing to ASOS. So I decided to change to ASOS, so make your life easier. Okay, so a couple of notes before we start. Okay, let's start the application by running the very first command. Myson1. Run this one. So basically this command will use this tool, Express Generator. It will create a lot of boilerplate code. So it will create these folder and files for you. There's an explanation here in the lab, meaning like we run this command and we use the argument view, give the value SPS. SPS stands for handlebars. So we want to use handlebars as our view engine. We can use different things. We can use pub, we can use JS, but let's go with handlebars. And whether Node.js is the name of the folder we want to create, okay? You can copy this line, paste it in your terminal.
Whether Node.js is the folder name?
Yeah, it's just a folder name. You can name it anything. So you know how to read the command, right? This is the program. This is the command. This is the argument, and this is the name of the folder, right? So let's do just that. I'm gonna try to change the name of the folder because last night I used that already. So I'm gonna call it weather. Hit enter. There we go. It created these folder and files for us. So now you need to cd into that folder. Go inside the folder. Now you have to do npm install. So every time you clone someone code, you need to do npm install because there's no node modules folder. There we go. npm install. Now open the code editor. Okay, you will see a bunch of things. You will have packet location, bucket locations, and this file is generated when you do npm install. So you have app.js, there's a bunch of line of codes in here. Okay. Also, when you do npm install, npm will create this folder and this file. So in here, you would never want to change anything inside node modules, right? Don't touch it, just don't touch it.
Or don't touch what?
The node modules folder, never touch it. Okay. Right, so this is the main file. Basically, there's a very long explanation. What it does, I personally don't want to use this tool for beginners, but because there's a lot of boilerplate, you don't even know what they do, right? There's a bunch of setup, which is not necessary for now. So basically here, I will explain it. Okay, here we go. It will generate the app.js, and there's a bunch of things in app.js. Here we go. Too small. Why it's become smaller and smaller? What the hell? Right, here we go. This is your way. You can use cons instead of var. Doesn't matter. Right. So this is how we import stuff in Node.js, right? Remember yesterday, cons something equal to require something. Right. The first part, the first block is we import stuff that we need to use. Import stuff requiring on the library that we need to use. Second block, they are on the routers, the routes. You know the router, right? You already know router, indirect router. It's kind of like the same thing here. So we will define these files. Actually, the Express generator already did that for you, but we will work inside these files today. We initialize our app, Express app. And these are the setup for the view engine. So we say, okay, I'm gonna put my SBS files inside this folder. Here's the folder. Right, I put all the SBS file inside the folder. And I say, I would state that, okay, I'm gonna use SBS as my view engine. Okay, you can change this to JS if you want to use JSS as your view engine or pub. Right now we are going to use FPS. Okay, next part. These are the middleware. You don't know. You don't need to know these, but yeah, I'm not gonna confuse you anymore. But basically, these are the middleware that we're gonna learn in the future. Just keep it as is. Don't touch it. And here we import the router, and here's how we use the router. So every single request that go into the root route will be handled by this function. And every request that go into, like for example, localhost 5000 and then /users will be handled by this function. Right? Clear? Kyle. Next. This is the, for example, if it doesn't match any routes here, for example, if you put it like users, so it will be cached by this function. Don't worry about this. I'm just explaining that, one by one. Okay, so if there's an error that happened inside our code, it will be handled by this function. Okay, that's it. And then we export our app. Blah blah blah. Don't worry. So that's the whole thing. You only need to know about these for now. These two. So basically, right now, your default app will have two routes: the root route and the user route. Root route will be handled inside the index router, and we define right here. Okay, index route we define right here. Go away. And the user route will be defined by here. So now I'm going to run my app and see what happened. npm. No, that's a different syntax to run it.
It says it in the terminal. Debug. Yeah, debug.
Oh yeah, thank you. So here we go. Is that it's fast? Okay, now if you open localhost 3000, so here's the index route. Okay, index route, and here's the user route. If you put 2s here, you see another page 404, I think. Yes. So basically that is, we only have two default routes: the index and the users. Any different routes will go to 404, right? Okay, now let's. Oh shit!
Wait,
okay.
do you have to do npm start after? Because if how do you go to the local host? How do you open that?
Open your browser and then type.
Yeah, I did, but it doesn't work.
What's your port number?
3000.
Yes. Did you run this line? Did you run the server?
Oh,
You need to run the server first. It doesn't have debug. Just run npm start. I think that's gonna work too. But debug here, it will show you all the information that you're gonna need to debug stuff. Okay. Now try to go to localhost 3000. It was right. Right, step by step, we're gonna set up our server. Right, so now if you want to change something in your root route, so you will have to go to the handlebars file, the SBS file here, you change something here. Okay, if I want to welcome Qua to title something, I change it, I save. Let's see what happened here. Oh, wow, it does work, really? I didn't expect that. Ooh, nice. How does it work like that? So, okay. Anyway, I successfully changed the content of the SBS file. Welcome part to Express. Right. What if you want to change the title here? There are two ways to do it. You either change it inside the index.svs, your template. You can either change it your template instead of using a variable here. You can hard code it, or you can go into the route here and change the value here. I'm gonna say awesome weather app, and I'm gonna say, let's see what happened here. If I refresh the page, nothing happened, right? Because the command here, when you run npm star, we run a node. It's very similar, right? This is what we run yesterday. Okay, node and the name of the file. So if you go to bin folder, you will see a file called www. Inside this file, there's a bunch of setups, right? Basically, it will say, okay, let's start the app on this port number 3000 and run a bunch of different things. You don't have to worry about those. So now, it's very hard to code to develop stuff, develop your code. If you change something in your code, it doesn't get updated. You have to stop the server. You have to stop the server, run again, and then you can restart the website. You see it changed. Or somewhere.
You always have to do that every time.
Yeah. Or there's a better way. You don't run Node. You run NodeMon. For example, NodeMon. There's another library that will help you reload the code every time you change it. So we need to install another library to help us debug. npm install NodeMon. Or you can call NodeDemon or NodeMon. I call it NodeMon.
We can do it in the terminal of the DCS, right?
Yeah. So stop the server, run this again. Okay, Huyan, what's happened? Sorry, I didn't see it. Huyan, might not work. Okay, we installed this module to help us update the code every time we change it. Update the code. Okay, we install it, and then let's add this one script. Okay, it's kind of like live server, yes. Not really, but kind of. Okay, add one more line here. NodeMon. Change node to NodeMon, and then change this one to dev. Okay. Save it. There's socket. If you want to copy the line down, there's socket like this. Right? On Mac user first. On Mac user, you hold Shift and then you hold Option down, Option and down arrow, right? Right. On Windows, you can hold Shift and Alt down. Okay, we create another script called dev that will run NodeMon. Okay, now go back to the terminal. Instead of calling npm start, we will call npm run dev. Okay, npm run dev. Hit enter. Okay. So now every time I change something in my code, the server get updated. So now it's awesome weather app, right? And welcome Qua to something. Right now, if I change it to open the code, not awesome weather app, super awesome weather app. For example, I save it. If you look at the terminal, you will see the server got updated, starting again, right? See, it's starting and restart due to change.
Why does mine say not app or crash?
I say the core 3000 already used.
Yeah.
Did you close it? You have to control C the terminal. I think you have 2 terminals running the server, right? I got error. Yes, man. What's error? Yeah, you have to close the like control C. Stop the server first and then run it again. Yeah. Okay. What's the error? Can you copy and paste the error here? Wang, hello Wang. What's error, Wang? I got error. I cannot help you to fix this. Okay. Right? Smith work. You can just close it if you want. Oh, you forgot the comma at the end. Here, Wang. Wang, there's a comma here.
Where do we have to put the node on in order for it to work? Because like I have the div, but you have to put it somewhere else. The node, you have to put another line of code somewhere, right?
No, this is enough.
Just that initial part.
Yeah.
I think we need to report the not the one in the learning portal so people will read about.
Days. Here we go. Days. And then you add one more strip, def, right? Be careful, you need the comma here, guys. It's an object and all the keys are separated by commas. Right, what else? Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, ngoan. Ngoan, ngoan. Oh, missing script dev. Ngoan, change the name. You have two star script there. Change this to dev. Có nhiều lý do đó.
If I change this, it restart, but it doesn't. You have to reload everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like that.
No, because I thought we were going to that I couldn't automatically refresh, but turns out you can do that.
Try to change something here.
Riêng mình phải tự làm nước mà riêng mình phải tự
thử style bên em. Okay, so everyone's working fine. So let's take a break here. Okay.